We are live. What's up, snackers? Courtney Black.
Hey, Miriam Brown in the house.
In the house. Happy Friday. What's
Happy
up?
Friday, y'all.
Okay. Welcome to another week of SNAX relationship podcast. We get all into the relationships, public, private, sister, brother, husband, lover, side chick. Ooh.
Okay, we're going to talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Side dudes. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms, Instagram and Facebook at SNAX. No, Facebook is SNAX Fans. Sorry. Instagram and Twitter are SNAX LA. So find us, follow us, listen to us. We all on what is this?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. There's no excuse, basically.
Exactly.
I couldn't find it. No, we everywhere. So
okay, get a snack. Come on through. So, what are you snacking on now that I say that, Miriam?
You know what, girl? It's been a rough Friday, so I have not really eaten much. So I had to get me some Cheetos.
Love a Cheeto, girl.
I gotta get my processed food.
You gotta get your processed food in.
I need my processed food today. Because it's been a crazy Friday, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah,
we got some good stuff to talk about today. I'm excited.
We do. Have you ever tried these parm crisps?
Mm-mm.
When I was doing my keto, this is for the people doing keto or anything, you can't have any carbs. They are made from cheese. So this is original. I love the 4 cheese flavor. It was really good, but it's like a crunch for a chip.
Mm-hmm.
But no carbs.
None.
1 gram. I'm sorry, 1 gram. 1 gram. But that's good on top of things. Parm crisps. So.
Okay.
All right. So Miriam, girl, this week been good.
It's just been so much. The Snaxship is turning into the divorce report. Like that's what this is becoming right now. Because it's true. Every week, y'all. Every week.
Well, they haven't really broken up. Okay, y'all know we got to talk about. This is our Snaxship segment where we just talk about different relationships. It could be, blood related or it could be love related. We're gonna get into Derrick Jaxn. We have to. Y'all know that's just so much.
I know you all have heard a lot about it this week, but it's just something that everybody is talking about. So we have to address it. We just have to.
And they might not be getting divorced, Miriam. You said they may be like we've been talking about the other weeks, divorce couples. She got her bonnet of armor on, honey, and she ain't going. That's what she said. She ain't going nowhere.
Said her helmet of salvation.
Something bonnet of honor, helmet of salvation, girl. She like Jesus.
Well, the thing is, there was new information. So after she made that video about her helmet of salvation, new information came out that exposed him as having an affair as early as last week.
So let's break down just in case for people who don't know who we're talking about. We got to rewind. For those who don't know, Derrick Jaxn is one of these mega relationship gurus. They're about a top 5 males that are out there selling books all on YouTube. I mean, hundreds of thousands of followers and people on a thing, but they have a huge following. He is the type that, you remember we talked about Kevin Samuels before, who degrades women. This guy actually supports and has all the women on his side. He done broke up relationships because he's telling them what they worth. They man should not be cheating. He is very much on. What else would you say, Miriam?
Just really encouraging them to know their worth, and if a man is doing certain things, to recognize it and either leave or act accordingly. So not necessarily telling them to leave, but just letting them know the game. It's kind of like he's giving us the game. So men tend to not like him because they feel like he's throwing them under the bus by empowering us to date wisely. And, so that's why all the backlash. Basically.
So he's done several videos about your man cheating, he shouldn't get a pass. And the little things that are cheating, like even, I don't know if he said this, but like even looking at somebody is cheating, he goes really minute and hard on the dudes with like no slack. So everything is cheating, you know. So the point is that he has now been found cheating. So he was busted.
The irony of it all.
The irony of it all. And then he was busted last week with 2 girls, right? And then he came out. What you want to say?
Well, so they found out that he had been cheating with 3 girls, right? And then there were 3 girls. One of the women was his ex, and this is somebody he's known for a very long time, years throughout his whole marriage. Yeah,
they weren't exes though.
Candace is his ex. Yeah.
They met on Twitter, and they just been talking on Twitter for 10 years, and they hang out, but they never officially like were exes. I mean, dating. I thought that was
my understanding, is that they were together at some point before the marriage, and then because they didn't get married 10, 12 years ago. They've only been married for 4 years,
right?
So
Candace said she never slept with him until this last time. She said that. She said it's the first time they slept together.
That's interesting. But he talks to her, like he has a video. Yeah. Somebody had a video of him having a conversation with her, asking what color underwear she had on. And that was, I don't know, I think that was back in 2016. And so the thing is, he was caught cheating with several women. Then he went on a video with his wife, and they had apparently reconciled because this happened a year ago.
And
all this happened a year ago.
A year ago.
He's telling her, okay, it's over. I'm ready to get back together and work this out.
Hold on. He's telling us that she already knew, that it wasn't even a secret, that the wife already knew all this. And so he's letting y'all know, the public know. And
no, also he's not letting us know. Candace let us know.
Right. Hello. Right.
That's let us know what the problem is. Candace,
but wait.
In your video.
Oh, wait. Before we get to that, he also said with his wife that he had been faithful for 6 months. So that's very important too. When he comes home with his wife, he's like, yeah, that was last year, and I have been a good man for the last 6 months. Which is not even.
Yes, he says he's been faithful for 6 months, and apparently he just dropped Candace. Candace I think she's been around the longest. He just dropped her, ghosted her. He said, ghosted her. Like who wants to be ghosted?
Blocked her on everything.
Dealing with for years. Can you imagine how that would feel? So she was like a woman scorned and went on a rampage and released all the tea. Just all the tea was flowing.
It started with her.
It started with her, and then come to find out, he got this other YouTuber mad, and she's on a rampage, and she found another mistress who's a surgeon that he's been messing with, who has said that she slept with him last week. And that his videos were being recorded outside of her home. Y'all,
he does his videos in his car. In case y'all don't know, he go out to the car and do his videos. But we think he at home with the wife. No, he at the mistress' house outside her house.
Outside on the phone in front of the mistress.
And he got that mistress pregnant. But she's like a 30-year-old doctor, 33. She didn't want a kid. He fighting for her to have a baby. And he's telling her he's single.
Like, I think he really wants to be with. I think he really wants to be with the surgeon. But the surgeon, after she found out that his wife had reconciled with him, she didn't want to have anything to do with him, and she spilled all her tea. So that's why we know what's going on with them now. She didn't know him as a YouTuber or personality. She didn't know anything about him.
He's not on social media. Yeah.
Not on social media. So
that's a good one to have.
Social media didn't even know he was married. I didn't know he was married until maybe like 6 months ago. And he's been doing this for 10 years now?
So I like the other guy. What's the other guy who
Tony Gaskins? I like Tony.
Tony Gaskins. He talks about his wife and she'll pop in.
They work to get they're a team, and it's clear. Derrick has hidden his wife all this time, and now he's bringing her out of the woodwork to kind of try to save his career. That's what I
how
think.
tight they was holding hands, girl. He had her hand like
He had her hand on a death grip. He was
okay.
stay with me.
Don't leave me.
So, I mean, I think there were levels to the video, and what people are really talking about is like, what is really going on in this relationship? Is this woman in danger? She looks very afraid, very sad. Contrary to what she's saying in her video, like, oh, I got my helmet of salvation, and you know, I'm free, and I've done all this work on myself to get through this bump that I'm having with my husband. But she seems very much entrenched in sadness. And if you go look at her Instagram,
it's sad.
It is morbid. It's sadder than it freaks me out. I could not sleep last night. I kept seeing like her face. Did you read all these posts?
Yeah, but she ain't coming in my head.
They're disturbing. They are very disturbing.
And
posts.
to me, I could tell that seemed like a man breaking down a woman for the last however long year or two. He has just been breaking her down. And the surgeon mistress said he don't even talk about God like that. So he knows to use it with her. But you know, that's not even his
manipulator.
With it. He's a narcissist and manipulator, girl.
Manipulator. It's just, this is unheard of. Like, this is unprecedented.
I was like, oh, there's some good tea.
Right. I was like, wow.
I'm waiting to see, what do you think is going to happen next?
I just hope nobody kills themselves.
Ooh,
because this is kind of like a level of, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I hope it doesn't happen because it's a level, like social media is so just like.
Oh, well, I went to their. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I went to their accounts and he has finally disabled comments. And
good. Like, why didn't he do that in the first place?
A long time ago.
And why do you feel the need to address? I don't feel like he should have addressed social media, especially not with his wife present. I think that was a bad look, especially because she was never present in any of his other videos. So why bring her out now? What was the purpose of that?
That's the purpose, because he didn't think the surgeon was going to come out or how far. That's what I was saying in my video. These fools don't think, you know, how far. You know, you got 5 bitches in the cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just assume they're going to come out. Just play it like that. And then, you'll be better. But you playing it like,
no, not even that though, Courtney. Like you said in your video, Courtney had a funny video where she was it was how to cheat, but it's just, you know, satire.
Right.
But it's just like, you know, why would you do them dirty like that and think that they're going to just keep quiet about all of your dalliances? Like, I would be so nice, like, please, you know, I have a lot to lose. I would be like so nice to my side chicks at this point.
Right.
But he wasn't. He ghosted one. He was trying to get Nikki to just like chill out. But once she found out what was going on.
Which one is she? The surgeon?
Yeah. She's a surgeon. So I just feel like he didn't know how to handle the situation. And now he's at a point, his career is ruined. Who knows if he'll ever come back from this.
He had all these deals on the table. Did you hear that the girl was
heard about the
TD Jakes $100,000 book deal, and he had all these deals coming up in the next couple of months, y'all. So he done messed up his money.
Messed it up. And I think that's why the wife went on there to save the bag. She's trying to save the bag. She ain't trying to save that marriage. He
asked her to. She wasn't like, let me go on there. I'm sure he was like, come on, we need to save the bag. So
together. Yeah, we gotta be on there together. But I just really, the only problem I had was her getting on there without a bra on. Like, I just feel like, I don't know. That didn't fit right with me at all.
If he had a face and a hair on, I would have withstood that over the bra. I'm just like, girl, you know he got 1 million goddamn followers. And
you about to address millions of people.
And you know this is going to be shown more and more time. But she could. That's her helmet.
What do you think that indicates? Because some people are saying, oh, well, that's just who she is. She was saying, oh, I just like to be natural. And she's a beautiful woman. Like, don't get me wrong. She looks good without makeup or anything.
Her skin was pretty. She got pretty lips. I was like,
was gorgeous. So it wasn't that. It wasn't how she looked. It was just like she was dressed like she was beat down and downtrodden and just kind of depressed.
And go ahead.
Go ahead now.
I was gonna say, and I mean, if you looked on her Instagram, like I said, months ago, a year ago, she was dressing.
She was dressing,
makeup, looking cute. So she knows what it is. She ain't always been like this. So that's why I see her decline and him breaking her down. Correct. And maybe he's telling her that the guy don't want you to have his makeup on. You know what I mean? Like, while in the meanwhile, you see them chicks he had look like Instagram chicks.
Exactly.
Like a big button, a smile. You know?
Mm-hmm. So, but you have to read the Instagram posts. Some of them suggest that she's struggling with her sexuality. Some of them, she likes this woman. She was obsessed with a woman, and she talks about that. A woman that Derrick was cheating with. She's saying she has what I want. Like, this is your husband, yet you feel this other woman because she's with him and he likes her, that she has what you want. She has her husband. I'm telling you, if you go to the Instagram post, you're going to be like, this girl needs help. She really needs help. She's in a bad place. And I don't know if it just started when all the drama, maybe a year ago when he told her about the affairs, that's when it happened. I don't know. But all I know right now is she's in a very dark place. If you read this stuff. So it's really sad.
Miriam, she has her comments on, which is crazy.
Yeah, I think she just doesn't care at this point.
He stopped his, but she still has hers.
I don't know. I don't know why she would do that.
Right? That's so like, I don't know.
Because those comments are brutal. Like, I mean, I read some of them and I'm like, dang, they are just cutthroat. But I wouldn't have been on camera, but maybe he's threatening her. Like, people seem to think he's a narcissist. And
he's very much a narcissist, yeah.
Maybe, you know.
There was something that he did. He had possibly hit her or the other girl. Her, the wife. Mm-hmm. So.
Hey, Beryl. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Beryl.
You said wait now? What do you mean wait now? We'll let her give her a chance to answer.
And the surgeon said that he snatched her up one time.
Like he grabbed her by her.
And I think he hit the wife.
So this is like a totally, like, not only are you having affairs, but you're like this violent person and manipulative, and the things that he even said to Nikki, you know, it was kind of like, what's going on with this guy?
Talking crazy. Like, that's the same guy? He fooled a lot of people. That's what we have to watch for, women. I mean.
And that's the thing. I was the first one to say, like, his advice is still correct. Like, I don't think just because he's being hypocritical and living a double life means that we still shouldn't heed the advice that he was giving, because I felt like it was on point most of the time. I'm not a big fan of his. I've never bought any of his books. I don't really watch his videos, but I've seen a few, and, you know, he gives good advice, and he's very succinct and to the point, and people like him. And that's why a lot of women were hurt when they found out about this, because they've been supporting him all these years.
And then one guy, I mean, he might get beat up in some lawsuits. Who knows? Because the one guy came out saying that his girl was listening to Derrick and broke up with him because of Derrick. So he's pissed. Yeah, he's pissed. So.
Okay, Beryl was wondering about her struggles with her sexuality. Yeah, it's deep, girl. It's deep. It goes way deeper than what we're seeing.
And he probably taking advantage. I'm sorry. I was like, he probably taking advantage of all her insecurities and all of those questions in her own head. And, he seems like that type. As soon as he find out your weakness, he going to take advantage of it as opposed to help you or,
helping you through it.
Yeah. Like exactly. He acts on TV online. All right. Well, that's enough of them. I'm just, Tasha said, so if y'all want to see all the audio, it's Tasha Unwind with Tasha. And she's a YouTuber. And so she has all the receipts for all these. She actually talked to these women and she has the audio clips on her YouTube. And she said someone else is in her DMs with some receipts, another chick. So it ain't over. It ain't over till it's over.
How many are there?
How you got so much time?
Man, I just, my heart goes out to his wife and I hope she can get help. I hope she gets out of this situation. Even if you don't, and that's what I mean, my advice is like, look, you don't have to get a divorce, just get out. Like, nobody's telling you to divorce him, but you left one behind because he's using that against her because he knows that she's a Christian and Christians, are very serious about not ending the marriage. So even if you don't end it, just get out. You know what I mean? Like, just get out.
Oh, I was going to say about the makeup part too, but it's also like, that's what I was thinking, like, you still know, even if you were plain Jane, you still know when to present yourself. If you're going, my mom used to say, oh, you don't have no rouge? She used to get on my nerves. Put some rouge on your cheeks. For y'all don't know, that's old school for blush. You don't have no rouge? Put some rouge on your cheek. I'm like, no, mommy. But still presenting yourself, if you're about to go out, do something, talk to a bunch of people, you still know when to.
It's common sense. I don't even let my 5-year-old daughter go out the house without showering or taking a bath.
Right.
Your hair is gonna be combed. You're gonna be wearing nice clothes. I don't care if we just go into the grocery store. Right. I am trying to teach her, like, you take pride in your appearance, and I might not look that nice, but my baby is gonna be looking nice. But I'm just saying, I'm teaching her that. Like, you don't go out, and I don't go out without showering either. Like, you just don't do it. So I feel like she knows that. She's just, I don't know what she's doing, but
she caught up in his wrath, girl, and his craziness. Well, let's move on. That's enough about these people.
Girl,
okay.
Get half, girl. Get half.
Cha-ching. So the topic of today is shooting your shot in the MeToo era. I was watching this. I sent Miriam this video, Joe Budden, his podcast. They were discussing, the guy was saying, they're scared to flirt and scared to talk to women now because all the MeToo, they may get, hit with a charge. But also, as they were talking, they were kind of irritating me because one guy was saying, I forget his name, the little white guy or the light skin, I don't know. He said, every woman is different. And so they each have a different button that will push to get them there sexually. So how do I know which button it is? And let me see. To make the first move to intimacy. And it's like, by the time you get into intimacy, you're supposed to know that chick. Is this the chick you just met? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of shit before you trying to make the first move to intimacy. He was confused. Like, I don't know what move to make for this specific chick for intimacy. Well, how about you talk to the bitch for a month and 2 or 3 months and get to know her and know her as a person? So I don't know who he's talking about. You just met her on the street and you're trying to get intimate? Like,
maybe.
Well, then you're going to get a Me Too.
You're going to get hit with a Me Too. Just be prepared.
Just be prepared.
No, I mean, okay. So, the topic is, how to approach, right? So, no matter what your end goal is, if your end goal is to sleep with her, or I like to start with common sense.
Hello.
How would you want a man to approach your daughter?
Your mother.
How would you want a man to approach your mother? How would you want a man to approach your sister? But it does go deeper than that. So I feel like that foundation will take you, where you want to go. But first, think about like, what is a nice approach? How do I approach this woman? Where you approach is important also. I was telling my brother the other day, I hated getting approached at the gym while I was working out. Don't watch me run, telling me I'm running like a girl. I am a girl. Like, get away from me. Like, what are you talking about? Do not, I would say, I don't know if that goes for other women, but I don't want to be approached while I'm working out.
Why? Because you focus on working out, or you think you don't
I
look
don't want
good,
people watching me run and lifting weights. Like, you're making ugly faces when you're running, and like, you're sweaty, you don't feel cute. Like, I'm not one of those girls that are gonna go to the gym with full makeup on. I have seen it, and I'm not that one. So I don't necessarily feel cute. I'm sweaty. I just don't really. Now, after I finish working out, you see me leaving, great, come up, catch my attention or whatever. So while I'm working out is off limits. I don't want to talk.
I would say, okay, if your reason was because I'm focused and working out, but for all those reasons you just gave, Miriam, those are what turns a man on. So your pheromones are, you said you sweaty. They like to see you in just a simple little outfit, no makeup, plain hair. That's when you get all the play when you just run to the grocery store looking crazy. You know, I get all the play. And so that's what I think, the men actually like.
Well, okay, to that point too, I told my brother too, but y'all be stinking too. Like, if you're working out at the gym,
sweating,
like you're sweaty and stinky, like that's probably not a good time to approach a girl. Your breath probably.
We don't like that, fellas. Y'all may like that, but we don't like that.
Don't do it. I would say do not do it. I don't think the gym is a great place. I honestly don't think the gym is a great place to meet somebody anyway. I don't know why I feel that way. I just do.
I don't go to the gym, so I don't really know. I don't know that whole dynamic.
Yeah, it's just not. I don't feel like
people meet people in the gym though. That's what I hear.
You'll just be working out and they're watching you or something, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want anybody watching me work out, and so I would, like I said, if I'm done working out and you see me about to leave, I would plan it, right, fellas? So you're working out like, oh, I want to holler at her, but I'm gonna wait. And then when he sees me about to leave, like, hey, I noticed you, but I wanted to wait till you finished your workout, blah, 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 so forth and so on. Also, another thing I would advise against, no touching. And pay attention to personal space.
When you meet somebody,
when you're approaching someone, no physical contact. Even if it's just touch you. Right. She wants to touch, fine. But no touching on the shoulder, the waist. I used to hate that. Going to clubs, remember? And the guys would try to make it so they could touch. I'd be like, ugh, it was gross. It was just disgusting. It's a bad feeling when someone you don't know is touching you. Yeah, it's just not a good feeling. So I would say no touching, and then pay attention to personal space. Some people get right up in your face.
Oh, they sure do.
Don't do that, please. That's bad.
Yeah. Also, if you are scared during this Me Too time or, hesitant, this is the time to work on your communication skills. That's what I feel. Okay, you don't have no conversation? This is the time to woo a woman with your personality, with your words. Why are you? I don't even know why you're like so focused on. And this is another thing too. Even the thoughts and the Instagram hoes and all no matter how she's dressed, right? You're responsible for you. So if you still approach her, and you're going to get a better, even with the thoughts, if you approach her like a gentleman, you're going to get the ass quicker than the guy who's making it known that wants to smash right away. So you don't change your approach based on how the girl looks. All right. You should always be a gentleman.
That's good. And then too, dressing. So I had that on my list actually too. Like, when women dress provocatively, I mean, I don't want this to get into a conversation of like, that, but that is something to consider. Like, just because she's dressed provocatively, she still should be treated with respect. You don't approach somebody differently just because like her butt is out or whatever. And the bottom line is, if you're approaching us, different people, women are different. I will say that. Some women might like a more direct approach, like, hey, you fine, da da da. She might giggle. I don't like that. Like, I just don't. But some women do. So I would just say there's a fine line, find the line, and just don't cross it. Just be respectful. Like, it's not difficult.
But also, so if you come and like you say, you don't know what type of woman that is. So to play it safe, start right here. Don't start right here. If you start right here with every woman just being, hey, how are you? My name is Ryan, whatever, you know, then you'll win no matter who she likes. You'll build up to that. But if you start up here, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna get all of them. You're gonna get the ones that like that, but you're not gonna get everybody. Start down here. Be a gentleman.
And I think too, just meeting women in general, and I know I keep saying this, but it's so important. Hygiene is just so important.
So important.
You can be the finest dude, but if your hygiene is bad, you will get rejected. And you'll be like, oh, I was too nice, or oh, I didn't do this. No, it's because of your hygiene. I would say 80% of the time, it's because of hygiene. Either your breath smells bad, or you stink, or your hair looks terrible. You got, I don't know, acne, or you're just not, it looks like you're not taking care of yourself. And a professional woman wants a man that is clean cut. That's what I told my brother. That's what that means. Clean cut basically means you're groomed well, you smell good, your breath smells good, your teeth look good. Because we gonna be kissing. Like, I can't, no yuck mouth, no nasty teeth. Get your teeth fixed first. Don't buy no car. Don't try to be buying Gucci. Get your teeth fixed.
Get your teeth fixed.
I got his teeth fixed.
Who?
Did you see his teeth, Plies? That rapper?
Oh, Plies, yeah. He took the gold front off. Yeah. And somebody else got their teeth fixed. Another rapper. I can't think of who it was, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking, but I can't remember either. But yeah, hygiene is so important.
But like you said, I was not, even beyond hygiene, just making your first impression. I met a guy out that I met online, right? So we were waiting to get something to eat, and we were just talking, and he was saying what he was doing. Oh, like going through his clothes and throwing out old t-shirts, much like you, our first episode, right? Because I said, oh, who did he have in his shirt? Run DMC or somebody? I can't remember. So he's telling me about the concert. No. It was somebody. I think it was a white guy. I can't remember who was on his shirt. But we talked about him going to this concert, and he's like, yeah, I've been throwing out, I was going through my closet today, so I just put this one on. So I was like, oh, before he threw it out or something. So I was like, oh, well, thank you for putting so much time and putting on the t-shirt before you throw it to Goodwill, like, to come out and see me. You know what I mean? Like, so basically you threw a t-shirt that you're about to throw out. You put that on to come meet me. It's all washed out. Yeah, it's old and washed out. Like, I was like, that's great.
Like a plain white t-shirt?
No, it was a black t-shirt, or charcoal with like some kind of artist or somebody was on a band. It was like a rock band. Yeah, it's like a rock band or somebody was on it. An old tatted t-shirt that, he wanted to wear it, I guess, one more time before he threw it out. And I was like, oh, well, thank you for putting on your t-shirt, your Goodwill t-shirt for me.
Well, we know about my hygiene story. We talked about this a while ago. The guy that I dated, and he had his shirt on inside out.
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
I was just like, why? I just, the logic.
Do I have to dress you?
I was like, why would someone do that? On a date, you're gonna wear your shirt inside out.
Not care. I just showed that he was just like, I don't know, like, no.
I was like, that was weird, and then he was just sweaty, and I was just like, that first impressions matter. They really do. And you can be the nicest, sweetest guy, but if your hygiene isn't right, it's a no. Every time it's a no.
No cattle calling, no hollering at a girl if you're trying to be serious.
No cattle calling. No. So okay, let's give them an idea of a good way to approach a woman. So you want to go here? Why don't you approach me as a man? You're the guy, and you're approaching me.
Want me to do it right or wrong?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, do it wrong first, then do it right.
What's up, old chocolate mama, old sexy? Okay, I see your titties popping. I see your cleavage popping. Hey, brother. What's up? What's up?
You talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know I'm talking to you. Look at you.
Nothing.
Look in my eyes. What's up?
See my stink face? Nothing.
Nothing. Let me get your number.
I'm good. I'm seeing somebody because you know women lie.
Nigga, I got somebody every time. I is taken.
No, remember back in the day when girls used to get cussed out or shot because they didn't give somebody their number? Yeah. I really, or I would give them a fake number at times because I was just like, either way, you're not getting my number. You'll get a number, but it ain't gonna be mine. But go ahead. Okay, I got the stink face. I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. After that first thank you, exit stage left. Stage left. Exit stage left. Immediately. Don't keep going. Keep going and see what happens.
I don't know what else to say.
You know how they be like, no, we can be friends. Why you don't want to
right.
What's going on? Because, too, we did talk about this last week, you saying women play hard to get. I said I don't play hard to get. If I like a guy or I'm interested in him when he asks for my number, he'll probably get it. What did you mean, like, by playing hard to get? Like,
not in this instance. Not playing hard to get after you've made the connection, just saying you're not extra thirsty. Like, I'm not calling, you're not jumping on, you're not making all the first moves. So you're not, as soon as he called, you're not picking up right, calling right away, all of that right away type of stuff. So just playing, give him a little challenge. I mean, he got to get in touch with you. You know what I mean? Just some space. Like, that's what I meant hard to get. Like, I'm not calling you right back. I'm gonna call you back.
But not approach, you wouldn't play hard to get?
Oh, no, if I like you, but I don't really get, me, I don't get my number out. So that's always a problem.
How is that possible? How do you meet people then? So if you were out and a guy was like, oh, can I get your number? You wouldn't give it to him?
Hell no.
Courtney. If you liked him, you would not give him your number.
Hell no. Well, it depends. I mean, there's levels. But
that's totally, I don't know.
No, that nigga changed, honey. That you don't know who he is. Hell no. My number is important.
It's so easy to block a number now, though. You go on your phone and block it. It's so easy to block your number now, though.
I don't want nobody having my number like that. You got to earn my number. I don't.
So basically, you're not gonna give anybody they can't meet you out. No,
I'll take their number, or I do have another number. They can have my Google number, or I'll take their number.
How's that working out?
It's fine.
Really?
And they like me enough, they'll make it work.
There you go.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wanted to talk about back to kind of like shooting your shot in this era. I wanted to talk about, okay, so Cuomo, right? So some things that came out in the beginning, which to me, I think we maybe have opposing views, but a woman complained about him touching her at the small of her back when she had a dress on that was a deep V in the back. Touched her in the small of her back.
I know that's so gross.
I don't mind that at all. I don't think that's harassment. Like, I want to define what is harassment.
Okay, so Well, I feel like sexual harassment pertains to the workplace, right? So when you're in a professional setting, so like if we're at work and my coworker touches me inappropriately or says something inappropriate, that is sexual harassment.
True.
I was at one of my old jobs. There was a guy. This was clearly sexual harassment, but there was no touching. He would come over near where I sat and stare at me. Like he would be, so the coffee machine and all that was like maybe 3 feet away. And he would just come over there and just be like, I said, what is going on here? This is disturbing. Like, so you are not wrong. I went to HR. I was like, you need to tell him to stop coming over here. Like, tell him he can't come over here anymore. Because the recruiters, remember at Emerald, the recruiters would come over to our side to talk to us about different things, and it was fine. But so that would be his excuse to come over there. It's like, oh, I got to talk to one of the recruiters. And it's like, you don't need to be over here. Go away.
But he wouldn't be talking?
He would just sit there and stare. And I was just like, that's sexual harassment, even though there's no contact. He didn't say anything to me. But the problem is it makes me uncomfortable. What would make a reasonable person uncomfortable?
That's true. But I also believe that it has to happen more than once. So agree. That's sexual harassment. To harass means to do something more than once, multiple times. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't feel that Cuomo was wrong in what he did. He was shooting his shot. He asked a girl one time, you got a boyfriend? He said, you faithful? Because hoes will, you know what I'm saying? So he just want to know. He said, I need a girlfriend. Like, and these are the different people. Like, he had one instance thing with the people, not multiple Donald Trump-ish harassments, you know?
But at work, it's inappropriate. If she was a subordinate, he shouldn't have asked her at all. That's the thing. It's like, in a work setting, you can't, my boss, even if he was attracted, he should not come on to me at all. I should be considered off limits if I'm at work.
That's true.
Because it's possible, unless I give you some very clear signals that I'm interested in you as well. And even if my boss did, that's automatically inappropriate. No, if people found out about it at work, it would be like, no, this is an inappropriate relationship. You cannot date your boss.
Well, that is on the books a lot. But back in the day, in Cuomo's age, probably, how many bosses married their secretaries? That's where you met somebody because you was at work for 10 and 12 hours.
And that's where people meet now, too. Honestly, they do meet at work. You're right. But it's a very fine line. And I just feel like it's not, it's just inappropriate to cross it at work. Like I said, unless I am giving you bad action, like I'm like, like I'm making it obvious that I want to deal with you in that way, I would suggest not doing it. And I think,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think Cuomo knew better. I mean, we have to do all these sexual harassment videos at work. Like, we have to watch this every year. We have to watch a 1.5 hour video about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I guarantee Cuomo saw the video. So, like, let's not. And at one of my other jobs, like, this guy would tell, like, dirty jokes. And it's like,
I hate that. That's inappropriate.
If you don't get out of here, like, who does that? This is weird and creepy.
But I still don't think that whatever all he did was shoot his shot one time. And it's like, that's not enough to warrant an abuse case. I don't think. It's like,
you don't see that as sexual harassment.
No, I don't think that's sexual
harassment. Why I would.
Hold on, but let me finish my thought. So, excuse me. I don't think that's enough for sexual harassment to harass you, meaning continuously on the thing. He shot it. You said no. Then he left you alone. Okay, that's it. You don't have a case for that. What you do have a case for is after you said no, if he fired you or something like that, then you have that case. But you don't have the case of, oh my God, he hit on me. Who gives a fuck?
He treated her differently after that.
Huh?
What if he treated her differently after that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have a case on that, and you should build that case. But that's not a sexual harassment case. That is a, what you call that? How you act because you turn somebody down, whatever that is. But that's because you turned them down. So then retaliation. They fire you, they demote you, they start acting, shitty towards you at work.
Here's what I'll say why I still would say that it is. I get what you're saying because harassment is continuous. But in this instance, I don't think it has to be continuous. And I know it doesn't have to be continuous because in our videos, they tell us it doesn't have to be something that happened numerous times. It could just happen one time. And the reason why I believe is because you feel uncomfortable. As soon as it happens, you're like, my boss is attracted to me. I feel gross. So now I go to work every day knowing this, and now I'm uncomfortable at work. So the fact that it makes me uncomfortable, and now it's impeding my ability to do my job because my boss just hit on me. That's why it's protected. That's why I believe it's protected, because
I feel that
it makes it uncomfortable for you.
And I do want to give the ladies, I know it's weird and uncomfortable to say something because it's your boss, but a way that you can kind of get away with putting him in his place without, getting put in your place is if your boss does say something inappropriate or ask you out or something, you could be like that is so, you can be like, that is so inappropriate in a joke, in a light kind of way. What was the thing I had? Oh, I had it. It was such a perfect saying. You make it like you're not going to tell anybody. Now, you don't need to be saying anything like that. Or I'm just going to keep it between us, and you let them know that that's the last time you want to hear it. But you're like, and I'm just going to keep it between us because you should be embarrassed. It's between us.
But everybody isn't outspoken like you or confrontational. So you have to allot for, the law tries to cover everyone, right?
Right.
So if it's somebody like me, I wouldn't feel comfortable putting him in his place. I would just feel weird. I would feel uncomfortable. And I just probably wouldn't say anything. I mean, I would say no. I'll be like, no, I'm good. But it would be uncomfortable for me from that point on, I would feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, so but that's why I think you have to button it with something kind of cute. No.
See, but I'm not like that. I don't even want to be around you because now I know that you're attracted to me. That's weird. Especially if it's Cuomo's old and yucky.
Cuomo, you can holler at me. You still looking for a girlfriend?
You like older men.
I like Cuomo. I really love Chris.
Is he 70 almost?
No, I don't know what he is, but he's not 70. I really love Chris, his brother. He's so cute, but I like him too.
No, but it's funny because I was talking to someone and I was like, until the Me Too movement, I didn't even realize that I had been Me Too'd so much in my past. And I think it was because we don't really understand, we feel uncomfortable, but it's never until now been okay, that's bad that
big enough. Yeah,
big enough. Not a big deal.
Subtle.
I will tell this story now. I mean, this guy was big. This guy was big at the time. I mean, I don't know what he does now.
Big in stature or big at your company? What do you mean?
He was a news anchor, a very popular news anchor. And we were at an event. I won't say the company because some people will know what and who I'm talking about. Because the people at my company saw me talking to him all night long. So this person is engaged in a conversation. There are other women that want to talk to him because they're trying to become news anchors. And at the time, I wanted to be a broadcast journalist as well. So I was like, okay, well, let me network, and we were having a great conversation. So I kind of monopolized all of his time. Mm-hmm. He was married at the time.
Tell me,
And you don't know, I never told you this story, I don't think.
Really?
I was young. This happened when I was 22?
Okay.
So we were at this big event. news anchors everywhere, you know, people in the entertainment business everywhere. So we're talking all night, and then I find out that he's married, and I'm like, oh, like why? Because he had his left hand in his pocket the whole time we were talking. I was like, you think I'm dumb? Like, are you kidding me?
That's
like,
funny.
you're crazy. So I was like, okay, I gotta go use the restroom. So I excused myself, and the restrooms are upstairs. We're at like the Biltmore or one of those hotels in downtown Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up, and then I'm coming out the bathroom. This man grabs me and kisses me as I'm coming out of the bathroom.
Now that is invasion of space, yes.
As I am coming out the bathroom. And I was just like, I was so caught off guard. He was like waiting behind the, like to the side of the door. So I couldn't see anybody. I thought I was just gonna come out and I was just like,
oh my God.
What just happened? It was
that's crazy.
Gross. It was
He
gross.
put his tongue down your throat?
No.
And then what happened? So he kissed, he brings you in.
And then so I like pushed him away, and I left shortly afterwards because number one, he was willing to offer me a position at that station, and I was just like, no, you're married. Like I'm not gonna even work there. I'm not even gonna accept that because I know that you like are trying to like get at me. And he was like, well, you know, I know, and you've already said no, so I won't even try anything, but I'll still allow you, I'll still help you.
I like put the word in for you or whatever.
Exactly. And it would have, I mean, he was big. So all he had to do was say the word, and I probably would have gotten a position there and worked my way up or whatever. But I just felt uncomfortable. I was like, no. Yeah. I was like, no, that's nice, but I'm good. And it kind of ruined my desire to even be a broadcast journalist anymore.
That's so crazy.
It's a sexist industry. It's very sexist.
Right. But that is crazy that, you know, some men just do feel the power or the whatever to like the gall to just kiss you out.
Audacity.
He had to think, let me go upstairs and catch her. Like, that's the whole process. Like, what makes you think that is okay?
Because they've probably done it with other women. Done it before. Other women were okay with it because they're in a position of power. They're in a position to give you something that you want, right? Mm-hmm. But some of us aren't willing to do anything to get that. And so if it means me compromising my standards or anything like that, I'm not going to do it. But if he had talked to any of those other girls down there, they probably would have been like, oh, cool, let's get it. Let's do it.
Right. Girl, this comedian still sleep with you for stage time, honey. That's right. Okay. Yeah. I can't do it.
Exactly. So it's like some people, like we said, women are different. Some women would have probably gone for that and it would have been okay for her. But for me, it was like, that was out of pocket completely.
I mean, especially that way. He, like, again, the approach. He may have been able to win you over if he had done it right. But bombarding you as you come out the bathroom and snatching your lips off your face is not the way to do it. But if he had waited till you came back down, still continued the conversation, had a drink for you, he might have been able to woo your little butt, you know, little young butt. But he started up here. Like I said earlier, he started up here instead of down here.
True.
Wow. That's a good story, Marion.
It was crazy. And I didn't even remember it until I started thinking about all this MeToo. I have several stories, sadly, but
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mama.
No.
But not to be a downer, but it's just like men really need to understand, like, don't be afraid to approach a woman, but also just really think, like, what's respectful? What would I want for the women in my life? What type of man do I want to be with the women in my life? And be that man.
Right.
And then conduct yourself that way. You know what I mean?
How do I want my daughter approached? How do I want my mom approached? How do I want my sister approached? And approach a woman just like that because she is someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's mother, maybe, you know?
There you go. I'm all three.
Okay. I'm 2 out of 3. It's
2 out of 3.
Well, it's about time to wrap it up.
So fast. I
No.
Because
we know how to talk.
I know, we could talk for hours.
All right.
We've been friends for so long, but it's so funny how we still don't know everything about each other.
No.
Like, I know you didn't know that story, but it's just like it happened when I was so
after
young.
we get off, I can't wait till you tell me who it is.
Yes, I will. I will let
so bye, y'all. No, just
we gotta go. Well, thanks for joining us, you guys. Again, please share this video, like, subscribe. We really want to get to know you guys. We'd love for you to interact in the chat. Beryl held us down tonight in the chat. You know, we really want you guys to feel free to like join the conversation, like so we're not just sitting here talking to each other.
Aww.
Even though I love talking to you.
Like, hold up.
You're like, wait a minute.
And don't forget, fellas, shoot your shot. Just do it respectfully.
Respectfully.
Life,
and on that note,
I know.
Life, love,
and snacks. Hey, Rhonda. Thank you. Bye, y'all.